Indianapolis. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's moving the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss or one.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Kenny Nwagwu now out of his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They start the drive with Cook. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, the Vikings hit a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. They'll drop the throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his tag in, that's Smith. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Carr. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Oh, nice move. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple yards shy of midfield.
When you're in man coverage, you have to over the top. You become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play. And that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Cook again. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. On play action, they'll throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Gets through, and now an opening. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Zimmerman. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game.
He's got a man. Complete. He's going to take just inside the 45. So the big play changes the projection of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it. And so we'll see what happens.
And there was some of the downsides of blitzing down the run down, because sometimes you get out of your game. You don't fit the run quite as well, because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll take it at the 42. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Nwangu now from his end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Kenny Nwangu. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming down to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Carr. And he fires one. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got room. Touchdown, Vikings.
It was just a matter of time until it popped a big one. Halftime, you and I discussed it. They've done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of...
He's got him in, complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller. 26 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Again, every partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing again on second down. Carr, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Coates. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr now on 1st down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Zimmerman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field, covering up essentially every blade of grass. That can allow them to disrupt the play.
Here's A.J. Coleman as he's on the punt for Vegas. This is taken at about the 14. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3 quarters in the books. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. This ball complete to Rager. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Now Carr, got to have this one. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 75 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yeah, absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A toss to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are looking to win it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Carr going to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Carr now to throw. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Nwanger now from his end zone. So that last kickoff just a mere formality, I would say, Charles. And wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about, which they got to win.
Yeah, I think they're really good team by the end, and they won this one with a terrific game plan, consistent offense throughout.
So for the Vikings, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
My Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Bond on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, but she leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut in, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. All that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only go for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous, man.
fancy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in the ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush, more